What's up, guys? How's it going? Before we get this lesson started, I just wanted to let you guys know the way I'm taking requests now is through my Fiverr gig. It's a way that you guys can support me and I can give you exactly the kind of lessons that y'all want to hear. I offer any song lesson, 3 to 5 minutes, for $5. Not too bad, and that way you guys get to hear what you want to hear. So that's all I'm going to say about that. I'll link it somewhere up here in one of these corners somewhere. Anyways, with that said, John Cougar, John Deere, John 3:16. I think that's the Johns in the right order by Keith Urban. Very easy song, surprisingly easy for Keith Urban. Usually Keith Urban songs are very complex. I'm a big Keith Urban fan. I've seen him a couple times. This tattoo that I have right here, Keith Urban actually has the same one, and that's why I got it, because he's kind of my inspiration for guitar, and he's who got me interested in it originally. So with that said, let's dive into this song. There's two ways to play it. The way that Keith plays it, which is not difficult, but it does require a capo, and you got to be comfortable with stretching your fingers a little bit. And then there's a slightly easier way without a capo. I'm going to run over the way Keith plays it in detail, and then I'm just going to run through really, really fast the easier way to play it. So, here we go. Alright. So, this has a couple of chord shapes here, and the most important thing is, not the most important thing, but really the only, somewhat weird thing is there's kind of a walk down here. So, first I'm going to get my capo. I just got a Dunlop trigger capo, 3rd fret, okay. So first we're going to have our A chord, okay. And you can play that A chord by barring those 3, that's what Keith does. Or you can play it like that. I'll have the breakdown somewhere up here-ish. But just like that, or that. Alright, so what he does is, first, strum pattern. So with the strum pattern, now we have our first A chord, we'll just mess with the strum pattern on that. So what he does here is it's kind of like a chucking thing. And so we're just going to use this A chord that I just showed y'all. So the chucking, so what he does is he does kind of like a down, up, and then down, up switch. Okay, so what that sounds like full speed is kind of like, so, something like that. Really the main thing is that it doesn't matter too much what you're doing with that chucking. You want to go ahead and hold the A chord while you're doing the chucking, so you kind of get some of those little background notes every once in a while. But it's kind of like I said, I'll have it, somewhere up here. But it's going to be like kind of a down, up, play, and then down, up switch. The X's on that little breakdown I'm showing y'all right now is the X's stand for where you need to chuck, and then the one strum without the X is where you actually play the chord. So again, here it kind of goes full speed. Like that, switch. Okay, you're going to do that on every chord. Alright, so, here we go. Alright, so, we got this A chord. Okay, the next thing I want you to do is 4th fret, keep this A chord, and then put a 4th fret on the low E. That can be your pinky, or it can be your ring finger. If you can reach with your ring finger. I got really big hands, so I can do it. And what you're going to do is you're going to do that same strum pattern. It's going to sound like it's going to be a walk down, basically. Alright, so what you got is okay, just like that. So that's your first little place, that's your first 2 chords, and that's the beginning of that little walk down. So what you want to get next is an F sharp minor. Alright, so with that F sharp minor, like I said, I'll have the breakdown for it up here somewhere. So it's going to be, okay, so all together so far, our first 3 chords, A, and then that little walk down, and then the F sharp minor. Alright, so it's going to look like this. Alright, last chord is D. Just a regular D. Alright, so all together, the way Keith plays it, looks like this. Alright, just like that, and that is pretty much the whole song. I think the bridge is a little bit different. I want to say it's like D, F sharp, D, A, or something along those lines. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail on that. It's just a little part of the song, and if somebody is curious about it or wants to know or can't figure it out on their own, ask me in the comments and I'll figure it out for sure and put it down there. And it's just that same strum pattern in the bridge. Alright, so now really quickly, so I like to keep these lessons pretty short for you guys. We're going to do it without the capo. Alright, so without the capo, same strum pattern, 4 chords. It's going to be C, and then kind of like a C over B, and an A minor, and an F. Okay? While I'm playing it, I'll put all of these chords up here. I'm not going to run through them too much in too much detail because it's basically the same thing, just different chords, but that way you can see them up here somewhere if you need help with them. But it's going to look like this. Alright, and that's it for this song, guys. Pretty easy song, pretty fun song. It's not my favorite Keith Urban song, but it's something a little bit newer and different for him, so I don't know, who knows, maybe something cool. He's probably got a new album coming out knowing that he's starting to release singles, so that's exciting. But anyways, guys, thanks so much for checking out this lesson. I hope it helped. Please, if you have any questions or you're stuck on something, let me know. And like I said, with that Fiverr gig, that's the way I'm taking requests now, and I really appreciate it if you'd like to support me in continuing to post lessons, and if there's a specific song that you would like to learn, I'd love to teach it to you. And I can go into as much detail as needed and stuff like that, and pretty much any song is open. So I like learning new stuff, so I'd like to share that with you guys. But anyways, please like, subscribe, like I said, comment with questions or just to say what's up or hey or whatever. So anyways, guys, thanks so much for checking it out. See y'all later.